Thank you very much indeed. Hello, I'm Alexander Armstrong, and a very warm welcome to Pointless, the game where we aim for the obscure and we ignore the obvious. Let's meet today's players. And couple number one.
My name's Kelly, I'm from Shropshire, and this is my twin sister Debbie, she's from Warwickshire.
Couple number two.
I'm Figo, this is Robbie, and we're from Edinburgh.
Couple number three.
I'm Alwyn, this is my husband Keith, and we live in Monmouth.
And finally, couple number four.
Hello, I'm Tom, and this is my daughter Millie, and we live in Maidstone, Kent.
And these are today's contestants. Thank you very much indeed, all of you. A very, very warm welcome to Pointless. It's lovely to have you all here. That just leaves one more person for me to introduce. She's hosted everything from Come Dancing to Top Gear, Eurovision to the wedding of Charles and Diana, and yet we've still managed to book her. It is my new Pointless friend. It is Angela Rippon.
Well, it's great to see you, Xander. I tell you what, it's lovely
Yes.
to see you wearing clothes.
Yes, I know.
Because the last time I saw you in the flesh, not on the telly, you were wearing very fetching pyjamas and lying in bed.
Yes. I think that was real, wasn't it?
That was real.
It was so like a dream.
I know, it was real. Michael McIntyre.
Yes.
Yes, surprising you in bed. I am still trying to work out how we got two fully grown live sheep into your bedroom without you hearing them.
I know. Extraordinary. Quite extraordinary.
And it's lovely to see Debbie and Kelly. Welcome back again. And the rest of us, we're all the newbies here. Except, of course, I have been standing there, and I can tell you that it's all right. The nerves go eventually. We'll just have fun.
Good, isn't she? Wow. Thank you very much indeed, Angela. Now, Chris and Mel got through to the final last time and they won the jackpot. So today's jackpot starts off back at £1,000. It will grow very, very quickly. If everyone's ready, let's play Pointless. I know you know this, but I just have to go through the rules again. It's always the pair with the highest score at the end of each round that gets eliminated. There we are. Just make sure you are not that pair by scoring lovely low scores. Our first category today is European football. Can you all decide in your pairs who's going to go first, who's going to go second? And whoever's going first, please step up to the podium. OK, let's find out what the question is. Here it comes. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many teams at the 2024 Euros as they could. Angela.
Well, this is a lovely question to start you off on. If there's a football fan, which I know there is, among our contestants, and indeed for you watching at home, because what we want you to do is give us the names of any of the 24 international teams that took part in the Euro 24 finals. That is the Men's European Football Championship that was held in June and July of that year. So, best of luck.
Thank you very much indeed. Kelly, welcome back to Pointless. Lovely to have you with us again. Remind us all about yourself.
I'm Kelly, I'm from Shropshire, and I'm a maths teacher in an independent school, and I'm also a boarding mistress to 40 teenage girls.
There we are. So you teach maths from what age to what age?
From GCSE to A-level.
Right, A-level. Which do you prefer?
A-level, it's more interesting.
Of course it is. Also more committed, I imagine, the student body.
They've chosen to be there.
Exactly. They're there by choice. And, yeah, the housemistress thing. Whoa. So when holidays come, what do you love the most?
I love lying in.
Of course you do. What time do you have to be up normally?
I get them at half past 7. I'm up 40 minutes before then.
Yes. Oh, well.
Oh, well.
Early to bed, early to rise. OK, now, Kelly, so any team in the Euros 2024? What are we thinking?
It passed me by entirely. Italy. Italy's good at football.
Kelly says Italy. Shall we see if Italy is right? Resoundingly right, Kelly. Absolutely, yes. Italy. 57 of our 100 people thought that was right too.
Yeah, and they were the defending champions, actually. They reached the last 16, but apparently they limped out after 2-0. I'm with you on this one, Speedy, because I didn't watch it either, but I'm sure it was a very exciting game.
There we are. Thank you very much indeed. Angela. Figo, welcome to Pointless.
Hello.
Great to have you from Edinburgh.
Edinburgh, yeah.
My favourite place in the world.
Mine too.
In the world, bar none. I mean, it's the most wonderful place. Tell us all about yourself.
So I work in the bank, in finance.
Finance. What department of finance are you in?
So I do project work at the moment, yeah.
OK, well, that's fun. And what do you do for fun?
So last year I was actually travelling the Philippines. So I like travelling, so coming down here is good, so yeah.
Very nice.
Travelling.
Philippines, Boreham Wood. I mean, you've done them all, haven't you? Amazing. Figo, what are you going to go for from our teams at the 2024 Euros?
So I watched a lot of it, to be honest, but I'm going to go for Romania.
Romania, says Figo. Shall we see how many of our 100 people said Romania? Romania is absolutely right. 57 is the only score we have at the moment, and you whiz past it with Romania. Oh, down and down it goes, Figo. Down it goes to 5. This is terrific. Very well done indeed. 5 for Romania.
Well, Romania actually reached the knockout stages. It was the first time they'd done that in 24 years, so they had a really good run that time.
Thank you very much indeed, Angela. Now then, Keith, welcome to Pointers. Tell us all about yourself, Keith.
I'm Keith. I'm from Monmouth. I'm semi-retired. If you ask my wife, I'd probably be not quite semi-retired, but I am semi-retired.
What had you retired from?
I was involved in a company that provides services to the NHS, so non-clinical services to the NHS.
I see. And are you still providing services to the NHS?
We still are,
You
yeah.
seem somehow to be doing that. How many hours a week did you reckon, or days a week, did you reckon you were going to half retire to?
I was supposed to be doing 6 days a month, and I think I'm averaging 10 or 12, I think, at the moment.
And it'll only go up. I think you're going to have to put... He's going to have to put his foot down, Owen, I think, isn't he?
I think so.
What do you love doing when you're not working?
I love travelling,
And
and
here you are in Boreham Wood. I mean, it's just a gift, isn't it?
it is.
I mean, Monmouthshire is just the most beautiful part of the world.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, you don't have to travel very far to be filled with beauty.
No, not at all. No, the Wye Valley is wonderful.
And how? So, Keith, what are we going to go for?
OK, well, I'm not a big fan of international football, so I can't remember what went on. Let's go for Croatia.
Croatia, says Keith. Should we see if that's right and see how many people said it, if it is? Croatia is right. Look at that, down it goes to 14. Very well done indeed. 14 for Croatia.
They were up a goal in the last minute of their match against Italy. Croatia then conceded an equaliser in the very last minute, and that saw them eliminated from the tournament, sadly.
Thank you very much indeed, Angela. And now, Tom, welcome to Pointers. It's great to have you here. Tell us all about yourself, Tom.
Hello, Alexander. I am a civil litigation solicitor. I work for a firm of solicitors based in Ashford in Kent, although I work mostly from home these days. Millie is my eldest daughter, and I have 2 sons, Harry and George.
Very good indeed. Harry, hi. George, hi. Shunned, obviously, in your choice of partner because you had Millie.
Absolutely.
Of course. Now, Tom, what do you do when the litigation is done? What thrills you?
I haven't played for many, many years, but I used to play croquet for Middlesex. I was the Middlesex captain, and I also represented Ireland.
Wow. Representing Ireland from Ashford in Kent. That's a long shot. What are you going to go for?
I'm going to go for Switzerland, Alexander.
Switzerland, says Tom. Shall we see how many of our 100 said Switzerland? Switzerland is right. 57 our high score, 5 our low. You passed the high. There we are, 26. Nice middling score. Perfect, 26.
And actually, they had quite a good run in the competition as well, because they reached the quarter-finals, where they, unfortunately, lost on penalties. But 26, good score.
Not bad. Thank you very
bad.
much indeed. Well, we are halfway through the round, so let's have a quick look at those scores. 5, the best score of the past, Figo. Very, very well done indeed to you. Romania, fantastic answer. We travel from 5 up to 14, where we find Keith and Owen. From there to 26, where we find Tom and Millie. And from there up to 57, Kelly and Debbie. Listen, it's a lot better than 100. This is salvageable. Luckily, it is in the hands of Debbie, who, if she knows nothing else, knows everything about the Euros, and particularly Euros 24. So good luck with that, Debbie. We're going to come back down the line now. Will the second players please step up to the podium? There we are. Millie, welcome to Pointers. Great to have you here. Tell us all about yourself.
So I'm Millie, I'm from Maidstone in Kent, and I work as a social media marketing executive for Scotland's oldest apothecary.
Scotland's oldest apothecary. The fact that it's just called an apothecary is very exciting. Tell us, what is Scotland's oldest apothecary?
So they are Scotland's oldest apothecary. They've been around 164 years, and I'm quite far away from Scotland myself,
Yes.
but I work remotely doing their social media marketing.
Tell me what the company's called.
They're called Napier's. Napier's the herbalist.
164
Yeah.
years. I was a bit disappointed by that. I was hoping it might have been 564 years.
We'll get there someday.
Well, you will, I have no doubt, particularly under this expert executive direction that you're providing. Now, Millie, you're on 26. The high scorers are on 57, so 30 or less would get you into round 2 immediately. What are you going to go for?
I'm going to go for North Macedonia.
North Macedonia. Very confidently delivered. Let's see if it's right. Here is your red line. Can we get you below that with North Macedonia? Oh, no. There was something about the way you said it that made it sound like it was absolutely right. I was convinced it was. I'm sorry it's not. It scores you 100 points, takes your total up to 126 and opens the door a little bit for Debbie and Kelly here on podium 1.
Yeah, that was a really good answer because apparently they've got a really good football team, but they just didn't quite make it to the Euros, unfortunately. My gosh, it would have been a good answer if they had been, wouldn't it?
Wouldn't it? Absolutely. Thank you very much indeed, Angela. Now then, Owen, welcome to Pointless. Wonderful to have you here. Introduce yourself to the world.
Before I retired 5 years ago, for 27 years, I'd been a teacher of French and Spanish. And for the last 5 years of my teaching career, I was the deputy head at the school I worked at, so...
Very good indeed. Now, do you have a home in either France or Spain?
No.
But do you holiday anywhere other than France or Spain?
We've been to South America.
Nicey.
Yeah, we've been to Peru, Mexico.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Though. Now, so what do you like to fill your retirement with, Owen?
We've got 4 grandsons, and they don't live close to us, so whenever we get a chance, we go to see them and stay a few days.
Good stuff. Now, you're on 14. You are through to the next round. Even if you were to score 100, you'd be through. What are we thinking, Owen?
The Netherlands.
The Netherlands says, Owen, there's no red line for you as you're already through. Let's see how many of our 100 said it. The Netherlands is right. Down it goes to 39. Not bad at all, taking your total up to 53.
Well, the Netherlands actually did really well, so that was a good choice because they reached the semi-finals, but they lost out to a 90th minute goal from their opposition. But 39, it's a good score.
Thank you very much indeed, Angela. And now, Robbie, we come to you. Welcome to Pointless. Terrific to have you here, also from Edinburgh.
Correct, yes.
I believe that was a surmise, but yes,
right,
absolutely
yes.
right. Tell us all about yourself, Robbie.
So this category suits me well because I'm actually a football coach. So, perfect. I'm a
This
student
is
as well, so I
perfect.
study football at...
You study football?
Yes, I
at
study
college?
football management.
Football management?
Yes.
Is that where you are hoping to end up?
That's the end goal.
That's the end
100%.
goal. So tell us what you do at the moment, then.
So I'm a student at South Wales University.
Yep.
And I coach Hibs community under 16 girls team.
Fantastic. How are they doing?
Undefeated in my reign so far.
Yes.
So
has there been a marked step change since Robbie took over? That's the
there's
question.
been a little bit more aggression and a little bit more pushing
Yes.
up. So, yeah, has been a little bit of a change.
There's a new style of football
And
at
it's here to
Hibs
stay.
under 16 girls.
Yes.
Sky's the limit, Robbie. What are you going to go for? Listen, you're through. Doesn't matter what you score. There'll be no red line for you.
I think I'll go for Hungary.
Hungary,
Yes.
says Robbie. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Hungary. As I say, no red line. Hungary's right. Oh, Robbie, it's good. Oh, it's better than that. It's 7. Very well done indeed. Another single-digit score from podium 2. And that takes your total up to 12.
Nice one, Robbie. They actually finished 3rd in their group, but unfortunately, it wasn't enough to get them through to the knockout stages.
Thank you very much indeed, Angela. And so we come back to you, Debbie. This is terrifically exciting. Tell us a bit more about yourself first.
So I'm Debbie. I'm a paediatric physio who works in various hospitals in Birmingham. And in my spare time, my son's just been selected for a football team. Yeah, we watched a lot of it, but I cannot remember many teams. But yeah, most of my weekends and evenings are spent watching him standing on the sideline, running around. It's a lovely
that's going to be
little
your
team.
next few years for you, I
That's it, yeah.
suspect. I mean, you're going to have to learn to remember the names of the teams that you're
we
watching.
had a poster and everything.
Oh, no. 68 or less, you're through.
OK, I'm going to go for Portugal.
You're saying Portugal.
Yeah.
You get a red line and everything. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Portugal. And look at that, absolutely right. Gets you through to round 2. Very, very well done indeed. 43 is what it scores, taking your total up to a lovely round 100.
And you go through to the next round, as indeed did Portugal, because they finished the tournament as quarter-finalists. Apparently, their centre-back, Pepe, became the Euro's oldest ever player. He was 41 years and 130 days old when he played in the quarter-final. There were no pointless answers, by the way, so I'm guessing that perhaps all 100 people that we asked had been avidly watching all the Euros in 2024 because they knew all the teams. The lowest, actually, was the Czech Republic. Only 3 people out of the 100, and it's Czechia. as they're now called, but the Czech Republic as we all know them.
Thank you very much indeed, Angela. Well, that brings us to the end of our first round, and it means the pair heading home with their high score. Millie and Tom, I'm afraid it's you. North Macedonia did for you. But we will look forward to seeing you again next time. Millie and Tom, thank you so much for playing. But for the remaining three pairs, it's now time for round two. Very well done, everybody. We made it into round two. Debbie and Kelly, whew, beautifully done, if I may say. Figo, our lowest individual scorer. Figo and Robbie, our lowest scorers combined, by quite a long way. But very, very best of luck to everybody for round two. Our category for it this afternoon is scientific words. Can you all decide in your pairs who's going to go first, who's going to go second? And whoever's going first, please step up to the podium. OK, and the question concerns five-letter science. Angela.
Now, on the board, we're going to give you 6 clues to terms and people from the field of science, and they all have 5 letters each. We're going to give you the initial letter of each answer to help you, and we would like you to give us the most obscure 5-letter answer you can come up with, please.
Thank you very much indeed, Angela. So here is our first board of clues, and here they come. We have type of angle that measures between 0 and 90 degrees. A, the second planet from the sun, the hottest planet in the solar system. V, SI unit of length, originally defined as 1/10,000,000th of the distance from the North Pole to the equator. M, large glandular organ which performs various metabolic processes, including the secretion of bile. L, noble gas that makes up just under 1% of the Earth's atmosphere. A, and surname of the only person to date to have been awarded Nobel Prizes in 2 different scientific disciplines. C. There we are. Now, Debbie, what are we thinking?
I know quite a few of them up there, but it's working out which one might be the lowest answer.
Yes.
So I'm going to go for the large glandular organ, which I'm going to say liver.
Liver, says Debbie. Should we see how many of our 100 said liver? Liver's right. $34. That's good, isn't it? Is that what you were hoping for? Oh, good. That's all marvellous.
Well, it is the largest, one of the largest organs. It weighs about 1.5 kilograms, or in old money, 3.3 pounds. And if you want to put that into context, it's roughly the weight of a bunch of 5 or 7 bananas.
Do you know what the heaviest organ is in the human body?
You're going to tell us.
Yeah, I am.
Which is?
It's the skin.
Yeah, because there's more of it than anything else.
Slightly, I don't know why. Slightly distasteful. Anyway, there we are. It is.
It is.
There. Now, Robbie, science.
Yes, science.
5 letters. What are we going to go for?
I think I know most of them, apart from one. I think I'll go for the last one, and I'll go Curie.
Curie, says Robbie. Should we see how many of our 100 people agree with that? Curie. Curie is right. Well, there's 34 for liver. You pass it with Curie. Oh, look at this, down to 13. There we are. He's on fire, Robbie.
The wonderful Marie Curie, of course, who was a real trailblazer. She was born in Warsaw in 1867. She was awarded the Nobel Prize for Physics in 1903 and then for Chemistry in 1911. She was actually the first woman to win a Nobel Prize, and she was the first person to win 2. Really a trailblazer, and did so much work, of course, in trying to find a cure for cancer.
Indeed. Thank you very much indeed, Angela. Now then, Owen, this board is all yours. Do you feel like talking us through it and filling in all the blanks?
I think I know them. Acute, Venus, meter, I assume. But I'm going to go for argon, the noble gas.
There we are, argon. Second one up from the bottom. Shall we see how many of our 100 said that? Argon. Well, 34, the high score, 13, the low. You passed the high. There we are on 23. Not bad at all.
Argon is, in fact, the 3rd most abundant of the gases in the atmosphere after nitrogen and oxygen.
Wow. And yet it makes up just under 1%
Absolutely.
of the atmosphere.
Yeah. And acute, that would have given you 36. That was quite a high score. Venus, hottest planet, and it is very hot up there. It's over sort of 300 degrees, I think, on the surface.
Oh, that's too hot.
That's much too hot.
I shan't be summering there.
No, don't go there for a day out at the beach, no. It scored 60. And then the North Pole to the equator, of course, is a metre.
Isn't that
and
extraordinary?
That scored 19. That, after Marie Curie, was the lowest
The best
score.
answer. Who knew all the stuff about originally defined as 1/10 millionth? How did they know? I thought it was just 100 centimetres.
Well, I still work in feet and inches, so I don't really care.
Yeah, there we are. Perfect. Thank you very much indeed, Angela. We are now halfway through the round. Let's have a quick recap of those scores. 13, the best score of the pass. Robbie and Figo, very well done indeed. We travel from there to 23, where we find Olwen and Keith, and from there to 34, where we find Debbie and Kelly. So, Kelly, we need a lovely low-scoring answer from you on the next board. Let's hope you can find it, and let's hope nobody else nabs it before it gets to you. Good luck with that. We're going to come back down the line now. Will the second players please step up to the podium? We are going to put 6 more 5-letter words to do with science up on the board. And here they come. Surname of Peter, the physicist who proposed a subatomic particle whose existence was detected at CERN in 2012. H. A metallic substance composed of 2 or more elements, such as steel, brass, or bronze. A. The level in the biological classification of plants and animals that ranks between family and species. G. Technical name for the thigh bone, the longest bone in the human body. F. Constellation named after a hunter from Greek mythology that includes the stars Betelgeuse and Rigel. O. And stage in the development of insects that comes after hatching and before the adult phase. L. There we are. Keith, it's over to you. You're on 23. We're looking for a score of 10 or less if you want to go straight into the head-to-head.
OK, well, science is another one of my not strong suits, but I think I'll go for Orion.
You're going to go for Orion, the constellation. Shall we see if that's right? Here is your red line. Low. Can we see if we can get you below that with Orion? Begins with O. It's 5 letters. It's right. Not bad. 32. Taking your total up to 55.
Well, the easiest way that you can actually find the constellation is to look for the most recognisable part, which everybody knows, I think, is Orion's belt. But after that, you'll find Betelgeuse up on his shoulder, and you will find Rigel down on his knee.
Thank you very much indeed. Now then, Figo, on 13, 41 or less gets you into the next round. What would you like to go for?
I took chemistry at school, but I wasn't very good. So I'll go for technical name for the thigh bone, femur.
Femur, says Figo. Let's see if that's right. Here is your red line. Femur. Femur's right. Down it goes. Not quite enough. 48 for femur. Well, Keith and Olwen, you're through. That takes your total up to 61.
And it's not just the longest bone in the body, it's also the strongest and the heaviest. But don't ask me how many bananas it is, because I haven't worked that one out.
Thank you very much indeed. Now then, Kelly, you are on 34. We are looking for a score of 26 or less from you. I'm not going to ask you to go through the board because there is a world in which we could have a tie break, which is exciting.
I'm going to go for the last one. I think it's the lava phase.
The lava phase. OK, lava phase. Shall we see if that's right? Here is your red line. Let's see how many people said lava. Lava. Absolutely right. And that goes down to 45, taking your total up to 79.
And indeed, lava are those sort of creepy-looking little things that are usually cream and sort of in the shape of a capsule. And they have absolutely no resemblance whatsoever to the adult that they're going to become. Insects like beetles, butterflies, moths, flies and wasps. They're the ones that do have lava. Shall we have a look at the board? Sandra, what do you reckon? Do you think you could clear the board?
Well, now, I'm just trying to remember what the name of the... Yeah,
Begins
exactly.
with H.
Yeah.
Ends with S. Got an I and a double G in the middle of it.
Boson. Higgs, yes.
That scored 4, which actually was the lowest of the scores, if you could have remembered it. How about the metallic substance?
Alloy.
Yes, that would have got you 27. And the species, the biological classifications?
Family and species, genus.
Correct.
Got it.
And 15 people got that right as well.
Marvellous.
Not bad. You can go to the top of the class in science.
Thank you very much indeed, Angela. Thank you. There we are. Well, that brings us to the end of our second round. I'm afraid our high-scoring pair, Kelly and Debbie, we will see you next time, when I have no doubt we'll shoot right to the top of the class. But meanwhile, thank you for playing, Kelly and Debbie. But for our 2 remaining pairs, now time for the head-to-head. Congratulations, Robbie and Figo, Olwen and Keith. You are now one step closer to the final and a chance to play for our jackpot, which currently stands still at £1,000. However, before we play the head-to-head, we now have a chance to see if we can throw some more money into that jackpot by finding a couple of pointless answers. This is just for fun. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many exercise apps as they could. Angela.
Well, you're going to see 6 options on the board. Now, 2 of them are scoring, 2 of them are pointless, and 2 of them are not exercise apps at all, according to records up to August of 2024. And we will add £250 each to the jackpot if you are able to identify the pointless scores.
Thank you very much indeed. So can you find the pointless exercise apps from these 6? And I give you Better Me, Find What Feels Good, Radical Optimism, Shreddy, Stretch It, and My Athletic Mate. There we are. And feel free to pool your knowledge at this point.
You look fitter than us.
I would tell you
Don't know
that.
about that.
I don't think I've heard of any of them, to be honest with you.
I've heard the Better Me.
So that's definitely one of them.
OK, no one has any dazzling insight here. So, Robbie and Figo, which one do you want to plumb for?
Find What Feels Good.
OK, Find What Feels Good. Is that a pointless exercise app? It's an exercise app. Very well done indeed. A pointless exercise app. So, Olwen and Keith, can we find the other one?
Stretch It.
Stretch It. Shall we see if Stretch It is a pointless exercise app? It is another exercise app. And it's another pointless exercise app. Very well done indeed. 2 from 2.
Full house there, yes.
Brilliant.
So, Better Me, which you were thinking about, fitness app that strengthens your brain and your body, that scored 3. Well, Radical Optimism, no, is not a training app. It is, in fact, the title of the Dua Lipa album that features her hit, Training Season. Shreddy, that claims to be the #1 female fitness transformation app, and that would have scored you 1. And finally, My Athletic Mate. No, there is no app called My Athletic Mate. There is one called My Fitness Pal, but after this, maybe someone will come up with My Athletic Mate.
Well, maybe
Who
they
knows?
should.
Who knows?
Maybe they should. Thank you very much indeed, Angela. And very well done indeed. You managed to find not 1, but 2, both indeed, of the pointless answers. So you have just added £500 to the jackpot, and it now therefore stands at £1,500. But who'll be playing for it? Well, let's find out in the head-to-head. As ever, the first pair to win 2 questions will be playing for that jackpot. You're now allowed to confer before you give your answers. Best of luck to both pairs. Here is question number 1, and it is all about famous turners.
And what we're going to do is show you 5 pictures of people who have the surname Turner or who are known by the surname Turner. Just give us the Turner that you think fewest people knew.
Thank you very much indeed. So let's reveal our 5 turners, and here they come. We have A, B, C, D, and E. There we are. 5 turners. Robbie and Figo, you are our lowest scorers. You get to go first.
I think A is Sophie Turner.
Sophie Turner. Say Robbie and Figo. Sophie Turner. Now then, Olwen and Keith, can you talk us through the Turners?
No.
C is Tina Turner. And E, Anthea Turner. Should we
Anthea
go for that one?
Turner. Yeah,
Anthea Turner.
We'll go for Anthea Turner.
You're going to go for E, Anthea Turner. We have Sophie Turner and Anthea Turner. In the order they were given, Robbie and Figo said Sophie Turner for A. How many of our 100 said that? Absolutely right. Down it goes to 20. Meanwhile, Olwen and Keith are going for E and are saying Anthea Turner. Let's see how many of our 100 said that. Anthea Turner, 68. which means Robbie and Vigo, well done. After one question, you're up 1-0.
Yes, and indeed, you're obviously fans of Game of Thrones because, of course, Sophie Turner starred in that. Anthea Turner, she's off the telly. That got you 68. Everybody knows Tina Turner, of course. I mean, that had a score of 94. Aidan Turner, who appeared in Poldark, that was D and would have got you 24. The one that was the lowest score was Ted Turner. He is B, and he, of course, was the founder of the media empire, which included CNN, the world's very first 24-hour news channel. And Ted Turner would have scored you 4.
Thank you very much indeed, Angela. Here comes your second question. Owen and Keith, you get to answer it first, but you have to win it to stay in the game, so good luck. Our second question is all about pot plants. Angela.
Well, we're going to show you the names of 5 plants that grow very well in pots, according to the Gardener's World website. But we've put their letters in alphabetical order. So we want you to unscramble them, please. Give us the name of the pot plant that you think the fewest of our 100 people recognised.
Thank you very much indeed. So can you unscramble these alphabetical anagrams? Here they are, of pot plants. Inrtui ampsi, imt, Bihlur, Ahost, and Akelmni. Very helpful, I think, to have them vocalised like that. I always find. What are you going to go for, Owen and Keith?
The fourth one down, Hosta.
You're going to say Hosta for the fourth one down. Hosta. Now then, Robbie and Figo, can you talk us through the rest of those?
I can tell you 2 of them. The second one is mint, but the answer I think we'll go for is winter pansy, the top one.
Winter pansy at the top. So we have Hosta and winter pansy. Owen and Keith, you went for Hosta for one up from the bottom. Let's see how many of our 100 said that. Hosta, absolutely right. Down it goes to 25. Not bad at all. Meanwhile, Robbie and Figo have gone for winter pansy at the top. Should we see if that's right? How many people said it? Winter pansy is absolutely right. Down it goes 46. Well done, Owen and Keith back in the game. After 2 questions, it's 1-1.
Are you a gardener, Xander?
A little bit, yes.
So do you reckon you could clear the board?
Mint, we've got hellebore is the third.
Yeah. And mint would have scored you 87. Hellebore would have scored you 7. And the bottom one?
The
gardeners, I was going to say the gardeners at home are jumping up and down.
Sorry, yes, got it.
Cyclamen, yes, and that had 2.
Thank you very much indeed. Well, it all comes down to a third question. Now then, we're back with you, Robbie and Figo. Whoever wins this question goes through to the final place for that jackpot. Let's not forget. Our third question is all about charms. Angela.
So we're going to give you 5 clues to people and things that are related to the word charm. So please tell us the answer that you think is the most obscure.
Thank you very much indeed. So let's reveal our 5 charm clues. And here they are. Long-eared burrowing mammal whose foot is sometimes carried as a good luck charm. The annual Blackawton Festival of Worm Charming is held near Dartmouth in this English county. Manchester band who had a UK top 10 single with this charming man. Prince Charming is an important character in this traditional pantomime. And surrealist Spanish film director who made the 1972 film The Discreet Charm of the Bourgeoisie. There we are. Now, Robbie and Figo, you go first.
I think we're just going to have to go for the top one, which is rabbit.
You're going to say rabbit for the top one. Then Owen and Keith, can you talk us through the rest of that board?
The English county is...
Devon, I think.
Don't know the
Manchester band, I don't know. It might be the Smiths, but...
Prince Charming. Is that Cinderella, or is it...
Yeah, Cinderella.
Should we chance the Spanish director?
Yeah, let's chance the
Pedro
Spanish...
Almodovar.
OK, Pedro Almodovar, you're going to say. So, we have rabbit and we have Pedro Almodovar. Now, in the order they were given, Robbie and Figo said rabbit for the long-eared burrowing mammal. Let's see how many of our 100 said that. Rabbit is right. 70. Meanwhile, Pedro Almodovar, I don't know how to say it. Anyway, let's see how many of our 100 people said that. Oh. Well, It was a good risk to take. I'm afraid on this occasion it didn't come good for you. And that means Robbie and Figo, after 3 questions, you're through to the final 2-1.
Yes, it was. Rabbit was your lucky charm there. And actually, you didn't do too badly there, Alwyn and Keith, because we had only a score of 2 for the correct answer to the surrealist Spanish film director, who is Luis Buñuel. Yes, but well done, because actually you cleared the board and got all the others absolutely right. We've got Devon, which is where the worm charming happens, my home county there, and that scored 15. The Manchester Band, you were absolutely right, Keith. It was the Smiths. That would have given you 28. And Cinderella, of course, is the pantomime. It's also a ballet, but for this we wanted the pantomime, and that scored 60.
Thank you very much indeed. That brings us to the end of our head-to-head round. And I'm afraid that means the pair we are saying goodbye to, Alwyn and Keith, it is you. Oh, it was close. And as you've just discovered, you had all the right answers up your sleeve, and they would all got you through to the final. Anyway, we'll see you again next time. I look forward to it. Alwyn and Keith, thank you very much. For Robbie and Figo, though, it's now time for the pointless final. Huge congratulations, Robbie and Figo. You have fought off all the competition and you have won our coveted pointless trophy. You now get a chance to win the pointless jackpot. And at the end of today's show, the jackpot is standing at £1,500. Now, the only thing between you and it is a pointless answer. So what's the sort of category you would like to see come up?
Sports, obviously, is a big one for me. Travelling, flags, capital cities, that'd be good for me.
Figo?
Same.
Yeah,
I'd say
exactly.
the same.
Yeah, whatever he's good
Yeah,
at.
definitely, yeah.
Excellent.
I'd
Well,
say
listen,
the
you know what it's like. 4 options will appear on the board behind me. Let's see. Our 4 today are home Grand Slam tennis champions, elephants, British museums, P.G. Wodehouse on TV.
What do you think?
Home Slam tennis champions.
I'd say so, yeah, there's more.
Yeah, we'll go for the home Grand Slam tennis champions. I think.
Home Grand Slam tennis champions it is, Angela.
Well, we know you like football, so let's see what you can do with the tennis. We're looking for the name of any tennis player, male or female, who played representing Australia and won the Australian Open Singles Championship, or played representing France and won the French Open Singles Championship. Now, the dates are from 1905 and 1922 for the Australian Open men's and women's, respectively, and from 1892 and 1897 for the French Open men's and women's. And that's all up to August 2024. And the best of luck to you in the studio and everybody at home that's a tennis fan.
Thank you very much indeed, Angela. Now, as always, you've got up to 1 minute to come up with 3 answers. All you need to win that jackpot is for just one of those answers to be pointless. Are you ready?
Yes.
Yes.
OK, let's put 60 seconds up on the clock. There they are. Your time starts now.
Right. Australian ones, only one I can think of is Nick Kyrgios.
Yeah, well, he's... Aye.
And then
Probably.
French,
I don't know anyone.
you've got John Isner, who I think he might be American.
Might throw it in, might
And
as
then-
well. Might as well throw it in.
Nicholas Mahut. I think they played against each other, and I think it was the longest match of tennis at Wimbledon.
Who's the
Probably
guy?
ever.
Who's the guy that said, you cannot be serious? Is he not?
No, that's John McEnroe,
that's
so it'll be him. So Nick Kyrgios definitely won
Yep.
for the Australian. Nicholas Mahut,
I would say him.
100%. And if I can think of another Australian, which I probably can't.
I mean, you lived there.
I did live there, but I didn't play tennis when I was there. Maybe, yeah, Kyrgios,
10 seconds left.
Isner,
Yep.
Mahut is what we'll go
Aye,
for.
that'll do, yeah.
Yeah, I think we're
OK,
set.
you're
Lock
happy.
it in.
There we are. We're going to stop the clock. We are going to stop the clock. What answers are you going to give me?
So for the Australian representative, we'll go for Nick Kyrgios.
Nick Kyrgios,
The French, we will go for John Isner
John Isner,
and Nicholas Mahut.
and Nicholas Mahut. Of those 3, which is your best shot at a pointless answer?
Nicholas Mahut.
Nicholas Mahut goes last. Least likely to be pointless?
Kyrgios.
Nick Kyrgios. OK. And then John Isner goes in the middle.
Yeah.
OK, well, let's put those answers up on the board in that order. And here they are. We have Nick Kyrgios, John Isner, and Nicholas Mahut. There we are. I mean, they look terrific on the board. If any of those is pointless, you'll be leaving here with £1,500. What would you like to do with that money if you won it? Robbie?
I have an extensive football shirt collection, obviously, so I would probably add to that.
Very nice. Figo?
As I mentioned previously, I was in the Philippines last year travelling, and I'd probably like to go back and
Go back there.
yeah, maybe take my mum and my brother as well. So.
Very nice. OK, well, very, very best of luck. 3 good answers. Your first answer is Nick Kyrgios. In this case, we're looking for players representing Australia who've won the Australian Open singles title. Let's see how many of our 100 said Nick Kyrgios. Ooh, Nick Kyrgios, incorrect. Let's not dwell on that. Let's move straight on to John Isner. It's the same criteria except France. French players, French Open. Let's see how many of our 100 people said John Isner for £1,500. Might he be pointless? Not John Isner. So we now move on to Nicholas Mahut, your third and final answer. I think the one you thought was your best shot at a pointless answer. OK, should we find out if Nicholas Mahut is a pointless answer for £1,500? Again, a French player representing France and winning the French Open. Oh, no, not Nicholas Mahut either. I'm so sorry. Oh, bad luck. I'm afraid you don't win today's jackpot, but you do get to take home today's pointless trophy. So very, very well done indeed for that, Robbie and Figo. It's been brilliant. You have been superb across the show.
And sort of knocking on the door with your answers there, because Nick Kyrgios, yes, he is Australian, but he's never won the Australian title. Nicholas Mahut is French, but again, he's never got past the 3rd round in the French Open. And bad luck, because John Isner actually is not French at all. He's an American. But there were a couple of pointless answers there, starting with the Australians who've won the Australian singles title. Daphne Ackhurst, Kerry Melville-Reid, Mark Edmondson, who in 1976 was the most recent Australian man to have won the tournament. You've got Roy Emerson also. In fact, everybody was pointless, apart from the following, who all scored points, and that was Rod Laver, very famous Australian, Yvonne Goolagong, again, great Australian player, Ashley Barty, Ken Rosewall, Margaret Court. Moving on to the players representing France who've won the French Open single title, let's have a look at some of the pointless answers. François Dur, she won in 1967. You've got Henri Cochet, René Lacoste, who won 3 times in the 1920s, and Suzanne Longland, who won 6 times in the 1920s. And indeed, one of the courts is named after her in the French Open. The only scoring answers here were Yannick Noah and Mary Pierce. But at home, if you got a pointless answer, well done, because they did go back a few years.
Thank you very much indeed, Angela, and thank you so much, Robbie and Figo. I'm sorry you didn't win our jackpot today. That will therefore roll over onto the next show, when we will be playing for £2,500. Join us then to see if someone can win it. Meanwhile, it's goodbye from Angela. And it's goodbye from me. Goodbye.